So, it might be warm outside, but there's a chilling red wind coming. The Bank of England, who printed money for fun, our politicians who locked us all up in our own homes and wrecked the economy are now opening the door for socialism, or as I call it, communism 2.0. We heard the dire predictions from the Bank of England. It looks pretty sure that we're heading for the longest recession since the financial crisis. They may absolve themselves from any responsibility, but their warnings are dire. Inflation may reach 13%, energy prices £300 a month this winter, and we'll see a contraction lasting 5 quarters. That means fewer businesses, fewer jobs, and fewer opportunities. Life is going to get pretty tough and fast. So there we go. It turns out that shutting down large swathes of the global economy while paying people tens of billions to sit at home was not cost-free. Bet you didn't need Mystic Meg to tell you that one. But too many of us were sadly complicit. The media and public health said we should lock down tighter, faster and for longer. The Robert Pestons pushed and pushed for our freedoms to be curtailed. And too many of us were happy to go along with the fear-mongering, content to take our furlough payments, sit back and wait it all out. Now, our politicians from the left and right dare to seem surprised. They're taken aback by the scale of our problems. Up till now, they've attempted to keep us happy with handouts, failing to communicate the trade-offs coming further down the line, ignoring warnings from economists. It turns out denial isn't just a river in Egypt. It's been coursing through the political establishment for the last couple of years. And it's created a situation where Guardian columnists and other useful idiots are gaining thunderous applause for blaming the whole capitalist system for the current mess we're in. Remember when Labour's shadow education secretary, Kate Green, urged activists not to let a good crisis go to waste? If capitalism is the problem, it's pretty obvious the left see this as an opportunity to make Britain a socialist hellhole. Sorry, utopia. And they're gaining ground. We have UK public sector unions taking on the government, mayors calling for rent controls, trade union leaders calling private profit obscene. And the way they manage to manipulate language. Apparently tax cuts are now akin to handouts. It's as if our money belongs to the state and they're being ever so generous, letting us keep some of it. For those who hoped we'd seen the back of Corbynism, we haven't. Corbynomics is very much back and the younger generation are lapping it up. It may not be popular when we're all facing sky-high bills, but I'm fed up with left-wing commentators and trade unionists accusing energy companies of obscene profiteering. Let's remember, these companies had to raise funds to speculatively invest in exploration activities in the North Sea, in inhospitable parts of the world, without any guarantee of success. I'd like to see the shadow front bench run a business. Imagine Ed Miliband trying to run our energy system. The lights would be off come Christmas. Now, no one was saying, let's help the poor old oil exploration companies when the price of oil collapsed to $10 a barrel in 2020, were they? That was well below the price of production. Both BP and Shell are pulling out of Russia, paying the price with billions of write-offs. They now pay an additional 25% tax on their profits. But it's still not enough for the Labour front bench, is it? It's not enough for the Corbynistas, and it's certainly not enough for the Guardian columnists of the world. These left-wingers want an economy where every profitable company is seized into government ownership or taxed up to the point where it cannot afford to invest in the future. But name me a successful, truly socialist country. I'll wait. But we're not stupid. Do any of you believe that Labour would be doing a better job right now? Have we forgotten that they, along with every union in the land, supported lockdown after lockdown? They supported giving away money like sweeties while curtailing our basic freedoms. I see football pundits, Gary Lineker, backing Corbyn's commie followers, spreading their economically illiterate nonsense to millions of people. But Gary, changing our economic system is not moving from a 4-4-2 to a 3-4-3 formation. Socialism is a hideous ideology that will take away all innovation, individual freedom, and leave us all poorer. And unlike a football system, it is not so easy to reverse. Under their plan, we'd be like Venezuela, where their economy was so strong people had to kill zoo animals for food. But it's all right for Gary, tweeting from his mansion with millions in the bank, because he'll be protected from the financial disaster. Look at Ukraine, still under the Soviet cosh, despite trying to escape for years. Look at Hong Kong, gradually being subdued under the Chinese communists. Taiwan under threat. Venezuela bankrupt. Let's remember, socialism has always failed, and it will always fail. Every single time it has been tried, no exceptions. Capitalism has brought millions, indeed billions, of people out of poverty. It is the reason Britain is a great country. It's the reason so many people want to travel halfway across the world to live here. Our politicians have messed up, but don't be fooled that socialism is the answer.